My name is John Lindsay. I'm speaking on behalf of Friendly to Seniors Sudbury. No, I'm not representing all seniors, but quite a few that belong to our organization, also to the Canadian Association of Retired Persons. That's the CARP organization. And also probably on behalf of a number of other individuals who really aren't in the older adult or senior category, because some of the things we'll be talking about really apply to everyone. We'll be looking at downtown parking at the casino, legacy projects, and of course, Melee Drive just recently in the news, as well as the casinos as well too, and some of these other projects that are top of mind to many people in the community, all concerned about the cost and wants and needs. We'll be getting into that in just a few moments' time. But let's look first of all at downtown parking. Well, I've been in Sudbury since 1966. I've had an office downtown. I've worked downtown. I'm very familiar with downtown. With respect to parking, I was on the parking committee when it was decided that we would recommend to council no charge for parking after 6 o'clock at night and no charge on the weekend. And it's worked out wonderfully well, because that's when most of the activities for many people take place downtown, the festivals and the arena, of course, the Sudbury Theatre Centre, and of course the great restaurants that we have downtown too. No charge parking after 6 o'clock and on weekends. And that's the key for parking, really. It's the cost and how close can you get, because that's what people really are concerned about, is how close can we get to where we're going and what is the cost. We feel that there's enough parking space downtown. The real concern is, and that drops down here to some of the projects that are being planned for downtown, because if we build some of those projects and some of the parking areas that we have downtown, then we're going to have the situation where you're not going to be able to possibly get that close. And that's the key. We have enough parking now. Do we want to make sure we keep that amount of parking? Because the fact is, well, many people will say that, well, you can walk and you can bike downtown. We are a huge city, probably the largest in Ontario. And are you going to bike from Chelmsford or walk from Lively? Hardly likely. We are a very mobile, car and vehicle-centric population. We want to drive to where we're going, and we want to get close to where we want to go. And of course, we're also concerned about the cost as well too. Enough about that. Let's talk about the casino. Well, it's been recently in the news. Here's the paper from this week. Councillors divided on casino merits. And we're really glad to see that the councillors are looking very closely at the casino. We're not going to get into it that much. I think most people know that I am pretty much opposed to casinos, but I think that here's a letter from an individual in the paper, Chuck Jacobs. He just wrote, he's from Skeet. I have no idea who this gentleman is, but he said, casino just a cash grab. And we think it is well too. And he summed it up. He said, hey Sudbury, do you really want a full-blown casino that's projected to take twice as much out of our community as the slots did, or does, or do? Well, you want to find out more? I'm not going to rant on here. I just want you to go, if you're very interested, to an independent organization that's looked very closely at casinos and where they may work and where they may not work. And Sudbury is one of those communities where it probably won't work. Let's consider Markham, Ontario, and Kingston, and Vaughan, and Mississauga, and Toronto. They all turned down casinos because they didn't think it was economically viable for their communities. You want to find out more? There's a website. It's www, of course. The initials, I don't know if you can see them there, it's ccgr, ccgr.ca. Go there and you'll find out what the independent report says about casinos. And if you're in favor, it just might change your mind. Who knows? Check it out, ccgr.ca, casinos. And there's also a couple of websites we have too. No Casino Sudbury is one of the websites, .ca, nocasinosudbury.ca. And also you'll check out some other websites as well too. You'll find out that casinos really are some form of robber baron that's going to take away resources that we have here and make us a poorer community, both in actual dollars and socially and health-wise as well. The legacy projects. Okay, I know that everybody wants certain things. We all want certain things. The question is, do we really need certain things? A lot of people are very happy with our downtown library the way it is now. They think it's pretty good. The city wants something different. They want a new library. Where are they going to put it? Are they going to take away parking spaces? I know the Rainbow Center is coming up with a plan that perhaps maybe the library should go there, along with the art gallery as well. We need a museum as well too. We have lots of wants. But really what it comes down to is, what can we afford? You know, with tax increases predicted at 3.5%, and then you add on some of these legacy projects, and what effect is that going to have on other venues in our community? Let's say the Radisson Hotel, some of the other hotels such as the Holiday Inn, how about the Steelworkers Hall, how about the Caruso Club, how about these other venues that, that may be hurt if we build some of these legacy projects that may take away. And also we know that there's certain difficulties with respect to some of the venues that we have now. The Sudbury Theatre Centre experiencing a 40% decline in attendance, a wonderful venue. Maybe we should be consolidating some of our activities there. We know that the Sudbury Symphony has seen a reduction. So we're entering a new era now. We don't know exactly what's happening. Is it a demographic shift? Is it people not having as much disposable income? We don't really know, but we know people aren't going out quite as much as they did in the past. So there we have a question. Legacy projects need cost, something that you really have to consider. Well, let's get down here to to Mealy Drive. Well, that was in the news too. Mealy's a road to nowhere, says Councillor Vagnini. He was the only one who voted against it. Now, you can't really blame the other councillors because they were new on council and they got so overwhelmed by, in large measure, the staff recommending this is a great project that have been on the books for 20 years. We got to do it. One of the questions a lot of people come up with is, why didn't they fix the present section of Mealy Drive from Falconbridge Road over to Berrydown Road, which is an absolute mess. You can hardly drive on it. Why didn't they do that first instead of the one that's going now from, is where it's going from the giant interchange over to Berrydown Road? So it's a good question. How much is it going to cost? Well, for this portion, we're getting 2/3 paid. Province is kicking in, the federal government's kicking in, we're kicking in 1/3. I'm not sure where all that money came from for our share, but nevertheless, who's going to finish the rest of it? Because that's only a portion. The next portion from Falconbridge Road, going over to Berrydown Road, is going to cost maybe up to $110 million. And then of course there's the other section to connect, from Highway 17 over to Highway 17, from west to east, east to west. So that's going to cost another few dollars, which we don't have. Where's it going to come from? We're looking at Sudbury in a very interesting position right now. We know the population isn't growing that much. We know the problem with the mining industry. We know that we have a number of seniors. 30% of our population is either an older adult or a senior. It's probably, well, if not moving out of town, maybe because of the high taxes, or moving out of town because they're dying, which is going to happen to all the seniors and all of us eventually. So we have to look at that. We have to look at our whole, we have to look at the whole picture, if you will. We have to examine everything with respect to needs and wants and to what we can actually afford. And that's what many seniors are concerned about. Most seniors who have been frugal for most of their lives, we're not sure about the boomers coming on right now, but we know most of the older seniors have been very frugal. A lot of them are living on very limited income. They can't really afford a great increase in taxation. So what can our community really afford? We know it's nice to have new things, but sometimes you have to really temper your wants and look at really what you really do need. I'm not going to go on any further here, just keep this very short presentation, but to let you know that we're not speaking on behalf of all the seniors or probably everybody in the community. I know that many are concerned about Mealy Drive. Where's it going? Is it indeed a road to nowhere? Who's going to pay for the rest of it? We're looking at the legacy projects, the so-called Synergy Center, the new library, the Plasti Arts is pretty much a fait accompli. But that is going to happen. That's going to take some more parking space as well too. And then of course we have the famous Greenway, which is going to take up to anywhere from, some people say, 150, 200 parking spaces. As I said before, we have enough parking spaces right now, but if we take any more away, it's going to be a very, very interesting situation When people aren't able to park, it means they're less likely to come downtown to events. We haven't talked about the arena, because maybe we should stay away from that, but we do know that the arena is going to be a very expensive proposition. It's going to be tied into the casino, supposedly, maybe a new hotel, maybe motorsports park. All these sound like a lot of wants and perhaps needs. A lot of people, especially a lot of seniors, have said, what's wrong with keeping our present arena? It's a wonderful hockey arena. Maybe, we've talked to some architects that say we can fix it up sound-wise. You know, we can make it into an entertainment venue as well at a lot less cost than building something new in an area that some people say is a little bit out of the way. So that's our little rant here with respect to parking. Remember, cost and how close can you get. Remember the casino, that we really urge you to go on that website, www.ccgr, that's ccgr.ca, and check it out. Take the time to find out what the experts really say about establishing a casino in the community and why so many communities in Ontario have turned down a casino because it takes too much money out of the community for what you really get. We like to say you get pennies on the dollar when you have a casino in the community, not mention the health concerns. We know our health unit is against a casino. We know that many others have reservations as well too. We want you to carefully examine that. And the legacy projects, wants versus needs once again, and how could that affect parking downtown? And of course, Mahaley Drive, it's being built right now, but how much and who's going to be going on it? As one councillor said, from the last council said, it's a road to nowhere, to no one for no good reason. Is that the case? We leave that up to you to decide. Well, thanks very much for taking part in this little discussion, sort of one way with me talking, but anytime you want to get hold of me, don't forget you can check us out. It's our Friendly to Seniors website, friendlytoseniors.ca. Check it out, and there's a phone number on there too. So you're welcome to get in touch with me anytime. Thanks very much for viewing. Goodbye for now.